What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Capel Outdoor video. And I will say it is very nice to get back outdoors. I've been dealing with a little bit of sickness for the past 2 weeks. Finally feeling a lot better. Got my voice back. So I do want to apologize for the gap in videos. But today we're going to do a little solo overnighter. I got some new gear to test out and I'll go over that when we get camp set up. But I got the truck parked back here behind this little brush just to kind of get it away from the road. But we're gonna hike down to this creek right here, and yeah, we're gonna set up camp and just do some exploring. So now it's been exceptionally warm considering it's February. I think today it's supposed to get like the mid 70s, so that's pretty good. I think winter is almost over with, if not over, and you know, spring is just around the corner. Even though that the professional groundhog said that there's going to be at least 6 more weeks of winter, which I don't really believe that unless, you know, it changes in like the next 2 weeks. And here we are. This is the start of the trail. Now originally, if you go this way, it takes you back to the road. But I think I didn't go far enough down the road to get to this trail. So I ended up parking up behind or along the side of the road. Yeah, I just kind of tucked it away, out of sight, out of mind kind of ordeal. But yeah, we're gonna get up on this down this trail. We're gonna go down to the creek, and we're just gonna do some exploring, and excited to take y'all along with me. So well, we ran into a bit of a problem here. Went to go drink some water, and look what I found floating in my water. I don't know what that is, but I guess I should have washed this bottle out before I filled it up with water. So I'm not going to take the chance on drinking any of that. I guess we'll just have to make our way down to the creek. Luckily I brought the water filter out, and we're going to have to fill up some water then and kind of rinse this thing out a little bit. Well guys, we made it to the power line here. As you can see, it goes way up yonder and then it goes way down yonder. So this is where we came from right here. So I believe the creek is just beyond this on the other side of the woods over here. I have to double check my maps to make sure. So as soon as I cut the camera off, I found this pile of feathers here. Not really sure what that is, but I guess something had a good meal. So well guys, I've tried to venture out in 2 directions. One through the woods here, but that's gonna be a lot of bushwhacking to get to the creek. And then I tried to go through this thick stuff here, which is, I'm not sure which is better, this or the woods or whatever, but down there it gets a little bit of a dip and there's a lot of water holding up in there. So I can't cross there. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do as far as water wise, but I don't know. I think down there might be a good camp spot. I don't know. I might try to venture down here, see if on the other side of the power line, see if I can't find no water. Where the trail is right here, to the left is how you get on the power line. To the right is where I went. And honestly, if you would have just came right down here, look at that. There is the creek that I've been trying to get to. Slightly brown. Well, that ain't good. I think my filter's gummed up because I'm not getting any water through. I have to like press on the bag to get any water through. All right, so I had to figure this thing out again. So it's been like forever. I think the last time I used this was the 12-hour river survival challenge video. By the way, if y'all haven't seen that, I want to check that out. I'll leave a video, a link in the video description below. Well, that's the last time I used it, and before I put it away, I back flushed it. Well, I think what I should have done was back flushed it before I took it out here. But now I had to filter, I had to push some water through in the beginning. I had to push some water through, then take the water, put it in my mouth, and then take the filter and kind of back flush it like that. And then what I also didn't do is, I didn't realize it, but when I filled the water bladder up for the first time, there's like bits of stuff floating in there, so like typical creek stuff or whatever. So I end up using my gator. That's why my gator's not on my head, to filter out the big stuff, so that way the filter doesn't have to filter out the big stuff and the small stuff, just has to worry about the small stuff. So it's filtering now. I don't think it's filtering as fast as the first time I've used it, so I definitely have to try to back flush it some more when I get home. Maybe I might have to replace the filter or something. And I end up cutting the water line short, so I just have it hooked up on my trekking pole so I don't have to hold it up, and we're just gonna go with it like that. So it's flowing out now a little bit. It's very slow, so it's gonna take a little bit, but other than that, yeah. Always got to make sure you test your gear and make sure it still works, definitely before you come out here. Well, I've got some water filtered up here. Cheers. Delicious. Now, I don't want to drink too much just in case if there's some kind of problem with my water filter. So I only took a swig of it, so hopefully there's nothing wrong with it. All right, so we got filled up on water. We are working our way back to the end of this trail here on the power line, and I think we're gonna set up camp down here. So should be pretty interesting camping on the power line. I've seen a bunch of critter activities as far as like scat and that patch of fur that something died there, so it's going to be an interesting one. Hopefully we don't get bothered during the night. Well, there we go, guys. We got the shelter put up. It took a lot longer than I anticipated, only because I've never done this before, or this style before. So got the Lanshan 1 set up, as well as the Eno Superfly tarp, or I think it's just a regular tarp. But if y'all been following my channel for some time, I used to use this tarp a lot when I go hammock camping and whatnot, and y'all seen it in a few of my videos. But ever since I upgraded to the D&D 3x3, I haven't used this tarp before. But I think that's going to change here, and I'll show you why. All right, guys, I figured now would be a good time to go over some of this new gear that I've been talking about. Now, the tarp is old, nothing new there. It's been in my previous videos, as well as the Lanshan and the Sea to Summit. I think it's the Ether Light XT, Extra Light, XLT, something like that. That was in my tarp shelter camping video. The only new pieces of gear that I'm testing out is, I don't know if y'all can see there at the bottom, right there at the bottom, I end up getting a ground sheath for the Lanshan, and the only reason why I got a ground sheath for my tent is because I'm not using a sleeping pad, or a sleeping mat I should say. The sleeping mat is the closed cell foam foldable mat I'm talking about. If I wasn't using the ground sheath, then I'll use that sleeping mat, but not using it this time, only because I'm carrying a different bag. This right here is the Ascend Drift 33. Now, my buddy from Rob Outdoors YouTube channel, he's down in Florida, Well, he lives down in Florida. He was kind enough to send me this bag. This is a 33 liter, so this is gonna be, you'll see more of this bag obviously throughout the summertime, but I think this is gonna be my all-time, like mid to late spring up until fall time, or when it gets cold. This will be the bag that I'll use either when I'm camping or when I'm just out and about, like some day hikes or whatever, stuff like that. You know that I camp about mid to late fall up until early or middle spring, and I usually carry a 75 liter bag because you have to have like sleeping bags and under quilt if you're using a hammock, or you know, this and that and the other. I have a bigger tarp that I carry and stuff like that. So carrying around this 33 liter bag is something totally new to me. I like it. I like that it's a lot smaller and I don't have to carry a lot of gear with me as far as like wintertime camping. With that being said, if y'all look in the tent there, y'all can see a blue piece of fabric. That is a Sea to Summit breeze liner. That is a sleeping bag liner. That is the insect shield, and I figured that will be what I use to camp with during the summertime, if I do a lot of camping during the summertime. I may or may not need it, but just to have a little something to cover me while, you know, I'm in bed or whatever is pretty cool with me. I was able to fit all this gear inside this 33 liter bag, and I will say I'm very impressed with it. I had that thing stuffed to the gills. So walking this field, and I think there's another abandoned house up there. We're gonna go and just check it out. Hello? Kind of creepy looking, if you ask me. Kind of surprised there wasn't a snake up under that one. Coming across some more old buildings. There's one here. There's one over here too. And there's somebody's house way back off in there. Well guys, we walked around for a little bit, did some sightseeing, some exploring. Saw a few good places to do some deer hunting at. There's a lot of open fields around here. And also got to check some abandoned houses. So I think now we're just gonna make our way back to the tent. Just kind of hang out for a little bit. Beef, bulgogi, and kimchi fried rice. So I seen this, I just had to get it. So we're gonna give it a shot. All right guys, time to taste the beef bulgogi and kimchi fried rice. Now, put too much water in it, so it's kind of like, doesn't look like fried rice, but I'm not gonna show y'all what it looks like. It is what it is for a dehydrated meal. Would I get it again? Probably not. Well guys, I'm pretty much in the tent for the night. I guess I'll see y'all first thing in the morning. Good morning from the Powerline. I just woke up like a few minutes ago, and it rained a little bit last night. I think it was like 4 or 4:45 in the morning, and looked at the map, and it was like literally this thin little strip of rain, and I ended up catching that. So, but yeah, slept pretty good, and I mean, just look how pretty that is. Got the sun trying to peek through. This side is completely gray over here, but other than that, it's a pretty nice calm morning. Birds are chirping, and yeah, I think it's about time to get up out of here. We got the campsite all cleaned up, and the sky was looking pretty over there during the time lapse. Hopefully I caught that. But with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed making it. If you want to see more content like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, and I'll see y'all on the next one.